only 32 days to go until Election Day, and today, dueling rallies in the Bay Area over Proposition 36. Now, if approved by voters, that ballot measure would increase sentences for certain drug and theft crimes, but it's proven to be a polarizing issue for many people.
ABC 7 News reporter Tim Johns talked to people on both sides of this issue, and he joins us live from the newsroom with details. Tim?
Yeah, Larry, Kristen, it's important to remember that a lot of the conversation around Prop 36 actually has to deal with another proposition, that of course being Prop 47, which was passed by voters back in 2014. That law reduced the sentencing for some drug and theft crimes from felonies down to misdemeanors. Ever since then, people around the state have been debating whether that decision was actually correct. Opposing rallies on opposite sides of the San Francisco Bay, both of them regarding Proposition 36, a ballot measure that voters will decide on during next month's election. If passed, Prop 36 would increase sentencing for certain drug and theft crimes, rolling back previous criminal justice reforms passed by voters in 2014.
We have a situation right now in San Francisco where there's just a level of public drug use that we can't tolerate. It's not helping our neighborhoods, it's not helping our economy, but least of all, it's not helping anybody who is struggling with a substance use disorder.
San Francisco Supervisor Matt Dorsey was a part of the Yes on 36 rally. He says in addition to reintroducing harsher penalties for some offenses, Prop 36 would also create a new treatment-focused court process for some drug possession crimes. A proposal that Dorsey says is popular among many in the rehabilitation community, of which he considers himself a part of.
The bottom line is, treatment sometimes needs to be mandated or coerced. Sometimes up to 90% of treatment experiences involve some form of coercion.
Across the Bay in San Leandro, people gathered for another Proposition 36 rally, this one urging folks to vote no. Jose Bernal of the Ella Baker Center was one of the speakers. Bernal believes if passed, Prop 36 would roll back hard-fought criminal justice reforms and return the state to failed tough-on-crime policies.
We know that it has disastrous consequences. We know that it filled our prisons up. We know that it didn't make us any safer. And if this passes, it will absolutely send us back.
Also in attendance was Addie Kitchen. Kitchen's grandson, Stephen Taylor, was killed in the San Leandro Walmart back in April 2020. That's where the rally was held on Thursday. Kitchen tells me she worries if Prop 36 is passed, it will lead to more violent police encounters and jail time for people like her grandson.
They accused him of stealing. He wasn't stealing. He was in a mental health crisis. He was unhoused at the time, and he was a drug addict. He was black. That should not be a reason to be executed.
Recent polling from the Public Policy Institute of California shows as many as 71% of Californians plan to vote yes on Prop 36. Numbers that Bernal attributes to companies like Walmart spending millions of dollars to get the measure passed. However, he believes with hard work, those figures could be turned around.
I think once voters actually hear what it does and what it will do and what it will mean, I think that polling sways a lot more.
While Prop 36 is opposed by Governor Gavin Newsom, it has garnered support from many Bay Area leaders, including the mayors of San Francisco and San Jose. Now, another thing Prop 36 would do if passed is that it would require courts to warn people convicted of selling illegal drugs to others that they can be charged with murder if one of their clients dies. Live in the newsroom, Tim Johns, ABC 7 News.